Are you ready, everybody, for the Step Brothers filming locations? Let's go. 1987, Midwick in Altadena. This is where they filmed Step Brothers. It's looking pretty fallish here right now. I'm gonna try to get a few shots. That's it right there, where they've changed the front yard quite a bit here, but it was right about here between these three windows where Will Ferrell first looked face to face with John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly was over here, Will Ferrell was pretty much over here. Show a matchup shot of that. Neighbor's house to the left of the Step Brothers house. So I believe when they're moving in, Nancy is asked by the blind neighbor if he can come over and touch her face.
Can I come over this afternoon and touch your face?
Sure.
Thanks. Good luck, guys.
See you, Don.
Shot of the house here in 2008 when they were moving in. It's that big tree there to the right of the mailbox. The mailbox is the same. That grassy area right there is what's changed the most. And you can see that other tree is behind that big tree to the right beside the moving van. Dale's just waiting. John C. Reilly's character right here had something in his hand he was taking bites out of, but as Nancy is going inside, he says, "Hey Nancy, can you make me a grilled cheese sandwich?" And she says, "Sure." His dad goes, no, you don't have to. Dale just ate. Just want to get a good clear shot here of the Step Brothers house. Pretty sure they used some of the interiors. It's hard to say. Not sure if they did use the backyard or if that tree house is in the backyard, but it'd be cool to get back there or ask the people who live here, which I'm not going to do, if that tree house is in the backyard. Would be pretty cool. Take it in, folks. That is the Step Brothers house. Pretty cool. Is a private residence. I'm not going to get too close. Pretty wild how they've changed up the front yard. Of course, I will show some matchup shots. It was pretty much just all smooth green grass when they filmed it. Now they've put this little area in. Looks pretty good. Another shot from the 2008 film right here. Better shot of that humongous tree there to the right. No swing on it. You can also, if you look careful enough, you can see the mountains here behind the house in this picture. Check that out, but you can't really make those out in the film. And then the full grassy area in the front that's now been changed to kind of a patio area. Cool mailbox here. You probably see that tree right there on the front lawn in the film quite prominently. Giant swing on there now. Man, I'd like to go around and see if that treehouse is back there. They could have filmed the treehouse scenes anywhere where he stashed his porn. See, there's a fence on the side, so could be back there. There's a giant swing here. Nice house, to say the least. This is a shot from the living room, and if you look at the windows and then see the windows from the footage on the front lawn, you can really tell that they did shoot the living room interiors, at least, right here. Quite the interesting properties that surround the Step Brothers house, as well as the Step Brothers house itself. They would have come this way when pulling into the laneway. Usually people would be coming from this direction and pulling into the laneway that way. Here's a view of the house from the right. Looking at the size of it and how he comes out of the front door before their brawl on the front lawn, it really does look like they used most of the interiors here. Here's a shot of the houses across the street. You can see those a little better there when John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell are fighting with the dog on the front lawn here. Down here in Altadena, I wonder how many people know that 1987 Midwick is the Step Brothers house. Pretty cool. A better angle from the left side. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly had a big wrestling match on the lawn here. His brother shows up and they're singing Sweet Child of Mine. Him and his family, all the harmonizations and everything. It's pretty nice, the whole upper deck part up here. Got a lounging chair up there. I wonder how many people come by. Probably not as many as, say, like, you know, the Halloween spots or bigger movies, but somebody must come by besides me. Must have people come by here going, you live in the Step Brothers house. Pretty awesome. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. Filmed right here. I don't know anybody who doesn't like that movie. Absolutely hilarious. Mountains behind the house here.
Really dope front lawn here. You and your homeboys can play on that.
You know what? You can just say it looks good.
That's how I talk.
You guys ever need fertilizer? I've got a lot of it. Close to 80 tons. Hey, folks!
Shot here of John C. Reilly waving with the KKK uniform on in front of 1986 Midwick, right across the street from the Step Brothers house, which was 1987 Midwick. So they did utilize this neighbor's house across the street to the right and the one to the left of the house as well. Okay, so as Derek was selling the house and he's taking this couple into the house, you can see for sure they use the interiors of this property. And I couldn't find for sure on the internet, but from what I can tell,
That's how I talk.
they did.
You got a really fresh entryway here. Pretty awesome. Good at the front of the house, which is actually...
Mary Steenburgen had to come to the rescue with her rolling around. Brandon yelled, "He's raping me," something like that. They also tried to bury each other alive. Right over here.
Singing. I'm a world-class singer.
See? Right there, that's an amazing skill.
So there's a scene in Step Brothers where they're walking right over here. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are walking, talking about what they're gonna do. They pass right over here beside the South Pasadena Historical Museum. And this monument that can be seen in Halloween and also Step by Step. Pretty cool. John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell know they're onto something, and him being a drummer and Will Ferrell being such a great singer, they decide to start a business called Prestige Worldwide. And as right here where they're walking in front of the Historical Museum, Prestige Worldwide.
And we're gonna call it Prestige Worldwide. Sounds so cool.
Shot here where they're talking about taking a detour because Will Ferrell's afraid of the bullies. They're going to beat him up. You can see the hardware store, the South Pasadena Historical Museum right behind John C. Reilly, and straight ahead between them would be the hardware store from original Halloween. Yeah, here it is from another angle. They talk for quite a few minutes right in front of the Historical Museum, and that monument right in front of it that the girls pass by in the original Halloween. And you can see it in the Step by Step intro and other movies as well. And Will Ferrell's wondering here why he's afraid of these kids.
What's up?
Chris Kardaki.
What?
He gets in my face.
Here's a shot when the kids attack them and make them lick the white dog poo that's in the grass. Basically, there's an interesting Halloween tie-in yet again, where they use this building you see behind them. That was used for the sanitarium in Rob Zombie's Halloween and also the hospital in Halloween 2. However, they really don't like you filming there. Otherwise, I'd go and film it, as I mentioned in my Halloween 2 filming locations. But little patch of grass right there on the side of the building is actually where they made them lick the white dog poo. Here's a good shot of the house from the 2008 film at Christmas time. Check that out, looks pretty good. Little tree there with the glowing gifts. The Christmas dinner scenes were absolutely hilarious. Just about every scene in the movie, hilarious. Pretty cool to gaze eyes on the Step Brothers house. And when I watch the film, I can say I've been there. Definitely a film I watch a few times a year. Well, maybe not a few. At least once a year. Used to be a few. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, absolutely amazing together.
This one, that was pretty amazing. Put my lips around that breathalyzer and I saw those
I really love Mary Steenburgen's work in this movie. I was a big fan of her work in Curb Your Enthusiasm. She worked really well with Will Ferrell as his mother. John C. Reilly. Shush up, Nancy. Gotta get some more bread.
Nancy, would it be cool if Brennan and I opened just one present each since it's Christmas Eve?
Please like, please subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe and I'll let you know when a new episode goes up, and you never know what you may be missing on the Mr. Thrasha Show. You can never predict exactly where we'll be or what we'll be doing. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, find those links on my channel. Check out museums, other full filming locations. There were a few other locations for this film, but much of it took place right here on the front lawn. And I'm pretty sure they used some of the interiors as well. Again, I'd like to get to the back, see that treehouse, but John C. Reilly, Will Ferrell, Mary Steenburgen, all here filming right here on the front lawn. That little fight broke out. You yelled rape at the top of your lungs. I was like, Mom, I honestly thought I was about to get raped. That was filmed in there. It would have been just in that window is where the living room would have been. And those kitchen scenes would have been in there, but don't quote me on that. I have no idea for sure if they were filmed inside there. It could have simply been a soundstage. With the Christmas dinners, everything involved in this film. Absolutely hilarious. Honor to be here. Thanks again, everybody. Please like, please subscribe. Much more to come here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Much more from the Los Angeles and greater area here in California. Beautiful street. You probably get a few shots of these houses in the film as well at some point. Definitely the neighbor's house. The blind neighbor just lived over here. Beautiful view of the mountains there behind his house. Gorgeous properties. Thanks again, everybody. From the Step Brothers house. 1987 Midwick in Altadena.
To do that, Robert. They might do harm to themselves or others.
One more establishing shot here of the Step Brothers house. Go watch the movie now. Go watch the movie. Come visit this place.
Feel like a lightning bolt hit the tip of my penis.
Yeah.
Thanks again, everybody. Please like, please subscribe. Never know what you may be missing here unless you tune in to the Mr. Thrasha Show. Here's my DVD disc. There's the whole family. Their Christmas photo. Much of the film is centered around Christmas, so I figured this was a good time to release it. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, Mary Steenburgen, Richard Jenkins. Didn't mention him enough. He did great on the new Dahmer series as Dahmer's father, but great job as the father in this as well. Please like, please subscribe. Missed a couple spots, including the beach where they do the Catalina wine mixer and have Derek's birthday party. And maybe a couple of spots where they apply for the jobs. However, it was really cool to visit the Step Brothers house and a couple other spots. They grow up so fast. Please like, please subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Check out my other filming locations. Just check out my film locations playlist to find all of them. And we'll see y'all next time on the Mr. Thrasha Show.